Welcome back to the channel. Don't look away because the incredible moments caught on camera you're about to see may have you watching them more than once. This is southern Utah, where a heavy rainstorm can transform a dry wash into a raging flash flood within minutes. This is a classic sign of a mountain debris flow where heavy rain sweeps rocks, mud, and sediment downstream, making the flood far more destructive than water alone. Driving into floodwaters doesn't just put your own life at risk. It can also force rescue crews into dangerous conditions to bring you back to safety. Let's create a weather map in the comments. What city are you watching from, and how would you rate today's weather on a scale of 1 to 10? You are witnessing one donkey's fight for survival as rapidly rising flash floodwaters surge through Oman. Nature can change in an instant, and this driver was fortunate to escape a very dangerous situation.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Ruidoso, New Mexico was hit by severe flash flooding after intense rainfall. Previous wildfires had left the ground unable to absorb water, causing runoff to build with remarkable speed.
Yep.
What you're seeing advancing across southern Algeria isn't a cloud, it's the Sahara Desert itself. When winds become strong enough, millions of tons of fine dust are lifted into the atmosphere, creating a massive wall of sand. The greatest danger of flash floods in the Himalayas isn't just the water. Mud rocks and uprooted trees can surge downhill after heavy rainfall, dramatically increasing the flood's destructive power. This isn't a river. It's Chennai International Airport after Cyclone Mishang, where torrential rainfall submerged nearly the entire airport complex. This scene in Chile's Atacama Desert is a reminder that flash floods don't happen only in rainy regions. Even the world's driest deserts can experience devastating floods when extreme rainfall strikes. Just a few minutes of heavy rain turned the streets of Zaragoza into raging floodwaters. In moments like these, every decision matters. No destination is more important than your own safety. On winding mountain roads, missing just one warning sign can leave a driver with too little time to react. This is why police recommend that cyclists dismount and walk their bikes across busy roads whenever it is safer to do so. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured, but this incident is a reminder that drowsy driving can be just as dangerous as losing control of the vehicle. From the streets of Baalbek, Lebanon, to powerful floodwaters, everything changed after just one heavy rainstorm. Just a few seconds made all the difference. Do you think this was luck or fate? When a powerful storm unloads upstream valleys below, like those in Nevada, often have very little time to react before flash floodwaters arrive. Not every risk can be eliminated completely, even during the most carefully planned aerial demonstrations.
Está en proceso y él ya tranquilo que de baja magnitud 6.7.
This rare moment was captured in Caracas, Venezuela, where an aircraft shook violently on the runway as an earthquake struck unexpectedly. The East River was never meant to receive an aircraft, but it demonstrated the value of making the right decision at exactly the right moment. Every landing is a test of both skill and the limits of the conditions.
Hey man, it's gonna happen.
Oh my God!
The landslide in Baltimore is a reminder that prolonged rainfall can silently weaken the ground beneath a roadway long before it finally gives way.
Ja, goed. Eilandtonne, da drinnen bist du.
You're watching the Emma River in flood. It's not just the rising water that's dangerous. Large tree trunks are also being swept rapidly downstream.
Barbara, das wäre dein Arbeitsplatz, der ist neu gegliedert.
Luck was certainly on his side. Even so, high-risk activities should only be attempted with certified equipment and under the supervision of trained professionals. The woman in Bryson City lost her vehicle, but she held on to what mattered most. A magnitude 7.4 earthquake may last only a few dozen seconds, but it can release energy equivalent to tens of megatons of TNT, powerful enough to shake an entire region of the southern Philippines. It wasn't speed that saved this SUV in Durham, North Carolina. It was perfect timing. Don't mistake it for a cloud. It's a hayboob, a massive wall of dust that can rise thousands of feet into the air. It forms when powerful thunderstorm winds sweep up sand and dry soil across the landscape. This is Badakhshan, Afghanistan, where every step through floodwaters becomes a struggle to stay safe. As rainwater soaks deep into the ground, it increases the weight of the soil while weakening the bonds that hold it together. Eventually, an entire hillside can collapse with little warning. After watching this moment, would you want a husky of your own?
Oh, he's chasing the people.
Sea lions can swim at speeds approaching 25 miles per hour and can move surprisingly fast on land. What would you do if one suddenly charged toward you? Easy there, guys. I was only kidding. This scene in China shows one of the greatest dangers of flash floods they can develop with almost no warning. For many families in New Gatsiak, these boats are more than valuable property, they are their livelihood. That's why they risked so much to move them to safety. An 88,000-pound machine and a raging waterfall. What salary would it take for you to accept this job? When Cyclone Gita swept across New Zealand's South Island, the river before you became a powerful reminder of nature's incredible force. This moment in Silchar, Assam, India shows that luck isn't measured by chance, it's measured in seconds. A vehicle may weigh several tons, but against the force of a flash flood, that weight means very little. When you're operating machines capable of lifting hundreds of tons, even a single failed component can lead to a serious accident. How lucky do you think this moment was? Rate it from 1 for lucky to 10 for nothing short of a miracle. Leave your number in the comments. These drivers patiently waited for the traffic ahead to start moving until they realized they had been waiting behind a line of parked cars the entire time. When the brakes are no longer enough, the gravel arrestor bed is designed to do the rest. In mountainous regions like Canio and Dora, helicopters are often the only practical way to transport large animals to veterinary care within a critical amount of time. Do you think a tractor and a few ropes could become an entire rescue system in Mariana? That's exactly what helped save this calf. What do you think drives people to willingly face risks like this? Few people would expect to find a river in Israel's Negev desert. Yet after exceptionally heavy rainfall, one can appear in a place that is usually completely dry. The estimated damage from these floods in China reached nearly $3 billion. Even so, the best news of all was that no lives were lost. How many seconds did it take you to realize this wasn't actually an accident?
Does somebody have a heart attack at the wheel? That is...
From your perspective, what do you think caused this incident? Human error, equipment failure, or environmental conditions? This is why rescue crews always assess the stability of a slope before sending personnel and equipment into a disaster area. Pakistan's Swat River is a perfect example of how mountain rivers respond to heavy rainfall upstream. They can rise with remarkable speed and power. Earthquakes don't come with a warning. In just a few seconds, an ordinary trip can turn into an unforgettable experience. This is one of the rare aviation incidents captured in its entirety by a dash cam in Washington state. Advertising flights may look simple, but they demand exceptional skill and experience, especially when operating at low altitude. A NASA research aircraft in Houston landed safely despite being unable to deploy its landing gear after a serious mechanical failure. Congratulations! Your room just got upgraded with a complimentary aquarium view. For business owners in Ellicott City, Maryland, the flood washed away more than property. It swept away years of hard work and dedication. You are witnessing one of the most critical moments for a hydraulic structure, when the water is no longer flowing the way engineers intended. The most dangerous thing about a rock slide is how little time there is to react once the rocks begin breaking away from the mountainside. Never judge a debris flow by the depth of the water alone. It's the rocks, mud, and debris carried within it that make it so destructive. Have you ever witnessed a mud flow in person? Was it as frightening as it looks in this video? Hidden deep beneath the ground, geological pressure can sometimes create extraordinary scenes like this.
Increíble.
High temperatures combined with abundant moisture during August fueled a series of intense storms across Mallorca. In just a matter of hours, Meizhou in Guangdong Province, China, went from calm streets to widespread flooding after prolonged heavy rainfall. Some days luck arrives only a few seconds before disaster. Focus made all the difference at the moment it mattered most. That dinner definitely came with more flavor than he ever expected. This car unexpectedly became the balloon's very first passenger during a hot air balloon launch in Longview, Texas. Behind every dam are thousands of hours of engineering and construction. But in the face of nature, a single major flood can change everything. When inflow exceeds a reservoir's storage capacity, controlled water releases become the only way to keep a dam operating safely, as seen here in Kashmir, Pakistan. What you're seeing is the result of slope failure, where gravity overcomes the ground's ability to hold itself together. Before you is Krasno Nadkisuko, Slovakia, where winter and spring met on the same river. A metacane is a rare type of Mediterranean cyclone, but its destructive power can be enough to flood an entire city in a short period of time. At waterfalls like Padalpani in India, the greatest danger often appears when people believe everything is still safe. Reading the terrain is an important skill, but staying away from the scene is the safest decision when the risk of falling rocks still exists.
Hey, 小心小心！哎！
In Irving, Texas, more than 700 drones transformed the night sky into a giant American flag in celebration of the nation's 250th anniversary.
A giant stingray? That's so much kelp.
Covering the ocean's surface is sargassum, a brown seaweed capable of forming massive floating mats that can stretch for hundreds of miles across the open sea.
Amigo, pronóstico para mañana. Estamos con el hincha número de la selección argentina. El robot es argentino. Si Messi es mejor que Ronaldo. Ronaldo. ¡No! Se paró.
Many bird species in Australia forage on the ground. Slowing down when you see them not only helps protect wildlife, but also reduces the risk of unexpected accidents. If you walked past without knowing, would you notice that this is the entrance to a spider's burrow?